There are times where he goes like, hurl, hurl. It's so annoying. It's like a dying animal.
I just don't see it. I don't see.
Yeah, because you got your Boyd glasses on, dude.
I don't care, man. These goggles, these are good goggles.
He's a good fucking singer that like just... Welcome back to S.C.I.E.N.C.E Radio, a weekly podcast where we talk about music, and, well, that's pretty much it. So, let's go!
This is S.C.I.E.N.C.E Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band and we break down one of their records. We dive into the lyrics, the music, the production, everything you can think of, and we try to have a good time while we do that. So my name is Tyler, and way out there, hundreds of miles away, is Jeff. While you're listening, go to Spotify, give us 5 stars. Go to Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. Please go do that. Give us 5 stars and 5 stars only. All the social media is at S.C.I.E.N.C.E Radio. We have a Discord server. If you want to join that, let us know. We'll send you the link. And we have a phone number. You can call us, leave us a voicemail, shoot us a text. The phone number is 503-893-5307. And now that we have the boring intro out of the way, what are we doing today, Jeff?
We're doing Science by Incubus.
So, Jeff, what is your origin story with the Incubuses? Go.
I don't know the exact time, place, what was going on, but I did see Incubus. I think it was K-Rock's first Inland Invasion in 2001, and they were there. I didn't really care for it too much. I wasn't there to like see them. I was there for Weezer, Pennywise, and then Offspring for sure. But I do remember Mixmaster Mike from the Beastie Boys being there, and then what's it, Kilmore at the time?
DJ Kilmore,
yeah.
Kilmore was
him and Mixmaster Mike did like a DJ battle set. That was really cool. As my 14-year-old self, I thought that was really cool. But it really wasn't until Warning is when I listened to Incubus and liked them and enjoyed it, and then realized they're the same band that did like Stellar and Drive and Pardon Me. But as a kid, I did like those songs. So I don't have like a definitive time that I was really into Incubus or introduced in Incubus, but I think I probably went over this last time too. But an old significant other of mine was really into Incubus, and listened to Incubus often, very very often. And she also liked Coldplay. So those two bands, whenever I hear them, even still to this day, a lot of memories are brought up, good, bad, whatever they are, just memories in general. So Incubus is one of those bands that is attached to a specific period of my life. And
makes sense.
Yeah, and again, it's not like it's a bad thing or a good thing. It's just, it's a thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
So music does.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
no matter what, no matter how much shit I talk in Incubus, there's always a place for them because I've listened to a lot of Incubus, even when I don't want to. So that's fine.
When I don't.
And Coldplay too. I know a lot of Coldplay songs.
God, Coldplay, man. I don't get that band. I don't get it. They're just straight up boring, man.
The world sees rise when I gave the word.
It's good.
That's a pretty dope line though.
It's all right. I've heard better.
I used to rule the world. Seas would rise when I gave the word. That's pretty dope. That's a good line. But go ahead. What's your origin story with the Incubi?
With the Incubi, yes. My the first time I ever heard them was the music video for Stellar on TRL back in the day. So it had to have been late '99, early 2000, because I was glued to TRL every weekday after school. Come straight home and watch it. And I don't believe it was the world premiere of the video, but yeah, it definitely cracked that top 10 and they showed it, and I was like, I just never heard anything like it before, and I really liked Stellar, still do. And I remember recording that video off TRL the next day. I was watching it a lot, and then I eventually went out and got Make Yourself, and then a friend of mine had the Family Values Tour '98 CD, which included, Korn, Limp Bizkit, Ice Cube, Rammstein, Orgy, and then it had one Incubus song because Incubus played a few of the dates on Family Values, so they decided to throw one Incubus song on there. And at that time, only S.C.I.E.N.C.E was out, so there was a live version of New Skin on there, and that song blew me fucking away. I couldn't believe that the same band that made Make Yourself had any records prior to that, and that they sounded like New Skin. And yeah, so that's my origin story with Incubus. I've just been a fan ever since I heard Stellar on TRL that day, and I followed their career, bought a lot of their records, or almost all their records since, and yeah, just a big fan. Brandon Boyd is my favorite singer of all time. Jose Pasillas is one of my favorite drummers, top 5 drummer for me, and yeah, there you go, Incubus. That's my origin story.
Okay, sticking to it. Sure.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
I respect it.
Well, you should.
I don't.
So, so you fucking asshole. So should we just jump into New Skin, or should we?
Let's do New Skin.
Actually, what's your origin story with S.C.I.E.N.C.E? Like, when was the first time you heard S.C.I.E.N.C.E?
Not till
mine was
many,
shortly
many
after.
years.
Okay, mine was shortly after I heard that live version of New Skin. But yeah,
Honestly, I think S.C.I.E.N.C.E may have been you. I think you may have introduced me to S.C.I.E.N.C.E in high school, because until then it was Morning View and then Make Yourself, and I did like Make Yourself for a very long time because I was basic in high school, not a big deal, whatever. But I think it was probably you that was like, oh yeah, you should listen to S.C.I.E.N.C.E because it's fucking better and aggressive and harder and weirder and just better.
Yeah, it is.
Had to have been. There's no reason for me to go, because I've never liked Make Yourself that much to dive into the discography, and until fairly recently, in the past like decade, I guess, I've never just thought like Morning View was that great. So it had to have been you telling me to listen to S.C.I.E.N.C.E in high school.
Because I don't really know anybody outside of Annie that liked Incubus. Nobody really liked them in high school outside of her. But she loves Morning View. That's her record.
Yeah, she knows. If you know, you know.
She knows some things.
You don't.
She knows some things, and that's not one of them.
She knows good things, and that is one of them. So you're right.
That's even more debatable. But I wonder if Annie still listens to the podcast. There's no way she does. She was like one of our first listeners.
She's our first listener, and then our first unsubscriber.
Oh, I would love if Annie reached out and said that she's mad at me or mad at us for talking about her on the podcast, because she always hated us talking about her on the pod. Oh, man. Annie, she's so funny.
We don't even say last names either. Not that it matters.
I did say her last name, though.
Right now you did?
Yeah, I did. She'd be even more mad at me. So this is how I'll know if she listens, if she messages me about it. But
that would be funny.
That'd be great. But anyway, let's get back to New Skin, because this is, like I said, the first song I heard. This is one of the more popular songs on the record. What are your thoughts on this one? Or actually, wait. Do you have any stinkers on this record?
Oh, hold on there, dude. Slow down. I do not have stinkers, no.
Okay. I don't either. How many bangers do you have?
I don't think there's any song on this album that's even like close to being a stinker. That should even be considered in the same sentence as being a stinker. But I do have okay songs.
Oh, God, you're the worst.
I have, at least 2, 3. I have at least 3 okay songs. And I have one song that I'm still not even fucking sure about.
All right. So I have 12 bangers on this one.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. They're all bangers. So where does New Skin sit on the banger list for you?
That's my 6B.
No.
Yeah, right there in the middle, baby.
No.
Not falling short, not showing off. I like it.
You make no fucking sense. This is my 1B. This is the best song. This is my favorite Incubus song. This is my favorite Incubus song.
Yeah, just super new metal-y and fucking sounding.
It's fucking great. It has the percussion. It has that first bass hit in. It just sounds like an animal growling, and just Brandon rips it up on the bongos and shit. As stupid as it sounds, he rips it up. Every member absolutely kills it on this song. And this is the only song on the record where Brandon screams. The only song. It's fucking great, man. That bridge, that build up.
He kind of like yells.
No, he screams. It's a straight up scream.
It's like a.
It's a scream. Get out of here.
I like the song though. It's cool, but the song is very new metally sounding. That chorus is very very POD sounding or some shit like that. Really, like the only part of the song I'd be okay without is the chorus. And this is like essentially a jam song. It's rad. A lot of these songs I think are kind of just like jam songs, but just I don't know, they forced the melody into them, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. I get it.
They forced the melody. No, they did not force the melody. Oh yeah,
dude. There's only like 3 songs on here that have a strong melody that you can hum, that you can think about after it's done. Otherwise, it's just Brandon Boyd singing and fluctuating his voice a couple of times. No
but
melody.
you need that break. You need that melody break because it's just that heavy guitar riff, and then you get into the verses where it's just that slap bass, and Brandon's rapping. Essentially, he's pretty much rapping, and then it just transitions into that chorus. You need that fucking break, that melodic break. Yeah, it's not his best melodic performance, but it's still solid.
It's fine. God, it serves a purpose.
So you put this down as your 6B, like the 6th worst song on the record.
Or 6. There's only 5 songs better than this one.
Oh my God. You rank it so low based off of one chorus. That's just stupid.
I'm splitting hairs. I have to. What do you want me to do? I will say too. Overall, I will say too. Lyrically, Brandon Boyd's lyrics. I get it. They're not supposed to be. That's not the focal point of his delivery. He's not a lyric man. He's a vocal performance man, right? He focus on his melodies more, his voice more. His lyrics are pretty. They weren't bad.
I didn't like them.
They weren't bad.
No.
But they're very just like what you see is what you get, bro. That's it.
I don't think they're as deep as he says they are. Like he has some explanations. He has some explanations about him, and I'm like, I guess. I mean, he wrote the songs. I mean, he knows better than anybody.
Except
and me, obviously, more than you.
Okay.
Oh, where was I going? But
yeah,
I forgot where I was going.
You're trying to gush on Brandon Boyd's lyrics, but you can't.
No, I don't. I don't think his lyrics are good on this at all. I really don't. I think they're stupid. There's one song, it's Vitamin, where I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I have no fucking clue. None at all. It's
Vitamin's at 1B.
Vitamin. I like the song. The song itself I love, but the lyrics are just they're dumb.
Yeah.
But
this
anyway,
is,
New Skin.
Dude,
yeah.
This band, man, I've been very. What do you call it? Like in Wizard of Oz at the very end, when they thought this wizard was this grand thing, and they opened the curtain, it's just some fucking guy behind there with a bunch of knobs. That like grand like disillusionment. Is that even the right phrasing?
I guess that's you could say that.
That's what this week has been for Science for me. This grand like disillusionment. This is not. This is not as great as you think it is, as I thought it was, as most people think it is. It's just really not. It's a lot of really great musicians coming together, putting together songs that are good, and then sometimes great.
Oh,
That's
man, okay. You've said so many wrong things tonight.
I'm just saying. I calls them as I see them. It's all I can do.
Yeah, you're just saying. You're just saying stupid.
Calls them as I see them. It's all I can do. No more, no less. New Skin.
What else do you have on this song, musically, lyrically? Do you want to touch upon the lyrics?
Let's see what I wrote here on the lyrics. Lyrics kind of dumb.
Well, okay, so this is what Brandon had to say about New Skin. He said, "In New Skin, I attribute a scab to the present state of society. The way the scab looks in its worst state is gross and chaotic and horrible. That's now, but when it breaks away, there's a brand new piece of skin that's stronger than before. It's like creation out of chaos." So I didn't really get that from it. Maybe a little bit.
I did get that. I
Really?
wrote, I think it's about seeing the world as this terrible place, but knowing it can change, knowing that under the shit there's this new layer of skin, like in the fucking name of the song, that can come forward and help heal.
See, I took it in a more negative way, where I thought it was a take on society, how everything's cyclical, and how because of that, when things start to break down, they start to heal itself, but in a wrong way. So as time goes on, things get worse and worse. That heals wrong every single time until there's a complete and full collapse of society, and then at that point, then a new beginning starts. So it's the buildup of just awfulness and negativity and everything like that until everything collapses. That's what I got from it. But what do I know? I'm not Brandon Boyd. I'm not the cool guy himself.
He's definitely not cool.
He's pretty fucking cool though.
He is not fucking.
He's
cool,
pretty
dude.
fucking cool, dude.
He's just a guy that is like skinny buff that just wears like these t-shirts that he doesn't button like the bottom half of them, so it shows off like that little V thing that he has going down to his crotch area. But again, he's just like skinny buff, and he just happens to be fairly good looking, but not by like California standards. He looks like every other fucking person you go to the beach with.
Yeah, that's true. He's a pretty boy with a pretty voice. That's what
pretty
he is.
Boy with a pretty void.
With a pretty void.
I don't know.
Oh man. Oh man.
What is Vitamin? Vitamin's on 1B. This was like no contest either.
That's my 8B.
That's stupid. So Vitamin. That is really, really dumb what you just said. Like that's,
I will say though, a lot of
stupid.
I swear you can throw it in 6 months. I'll listen to this record, and a lot of these will change as bangers. Because I just think they're all so good. It's so hard to rank them. It really is for me. Outside of like a couple songs.
I fucking can't even believe it. I like Vitamin. I cannot
love
believe
Vitamin.
it. I can't believe it.
Why?
First of all, it has a melody. There's a melody here. So therefore we can take Brandon's existence in this band, because he's not slapping bass. You know, he's not like laying down cool guitar licks.
Slap bass, but that's fine.
He's not doing anything except singing. He sings well. And then laying down melodies. If you're not going to fucking, as a singer, if you're not going to lay down melodies, get the fuck out of here. Like, fuck off. Especially if the band can't throw down melodies instrumentally. That's fine, whatever. That's why you got a singer. He can't do it. But he does in this one. And he yells in this one. There's yelling here.
Not like a new skin though.
Not quite as aggressive as there, but he yells. And I really like when he says more easily. And he goes, more easily. Because it's kind of marble mouthy, but it's not annoying. It's like, yeah, I acknowledge we kind of come from that scene, that era, that place, you know, in Southern California. I get it, but I'm going to do it better. And he does it better, and I love it. And I love that part. That's my favorite part of the song. Just that, more easily. And he sings it so goddamn good, too. I love it. And the bridge is so fucking sick. It's so cool. And then it drops back into like the beginning whole part style thing. And I fucking absolutely love it. Vitamin's a perfect song.
It's a great song.
Oh, it's a perfect song. It's better than
it's a great. It's fucking. It's amazing.
Dude, the intro builds that phase effect to like the cymbal to the beat, all while Brandon like whisper sings.
Yeah, he kind of like sings in like a lower register too. I'm born, I'm alive, I breathe. And it's just it's a great build. It's a great fucking build.
This is some shit like hardcore bands do, right? Before they like drop into this huge like blast beat or scream part. Like Turnstile still does this shit. It's cool. And the tremolo guitar, like it's so fucking rad. I love every bit of this song. Every bit of this song is made to be better. Like they had a sick song to begin with, and then they kind of sat down and said, okay, how can we dissect this song, individual parts, to make it even better? And that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, I'm with you. And once again, that melody in that chorus, you stare at me like I'm a vitamin. It's like, it's very, it's almost like Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Like I'm a vitamin.
It's very Red Hot Chili Peppers, but way cooler and way more pleasant sounding than Anthony Kiedis can ever do. Oh on the surface you hate. It's so choppy. I love it. I fucking love that chorus, but it's still so melodic, like you said. Oh boy, what
That's
a good
good.
song, man! What a,
It's a good song. It's
fuck
a
it. Let's
fucking great
play
song.
Vitamin. Let's play. We got to do this. I'm gonna play Vitamin. Here it is from the Incubuses.
Vitamin Vegemin.
Vitamin Vegemin. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I love Lucy. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, but I think this is just such a good song. He has a way of his vocals. What am I trying to say? He doesn't pronounce or enunciate his words properly, not properly, but just in a normal way. Fuck, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I can't even try to explain. It's so hard to explain.
it's going to sound like a negative thing, but it's not, because not a lot of singers can do it properly. But he sings his words, so you don't understand what he's saying, but you can understand how he says it. And so
Yeah, okay,
when
yeah,
when you're singing along to these songs, like I can do, I can do all the nuance and fluctuation in his voice, but I have no idea what he's saying. And that's what he does best, is because he's not a lyric man, so now we're focusing on like his vocal delivery rather than what he is saying. And I think that's great because he's using his voice as a musical instrument rather than just being the front man of a band.
yeah.
And I love
You nailed
that.
it. You nailed it. So what do you have lyrically on this one? Because like I said, I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about in this song.
I thought this was like about
Annoyed me.
some sort of like awakening, maybe spiritual. He mentions this thing called somnambulism.
Yeah,
Somnambulism. Which I was like, what the fuck is that? I thought it was some like, I don't even know, Buddhist thing, but it's just a fancy word for sleepwalking. Like, that's it. I thought that was really cool. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, that's what this song's about. Sleepwalking, metaphorically. Like, we go through life sleeping because we take our vitamins, which may be physical ingestion of pills or anywhere, or dependence on technology or whatever it is that curb our free thinking. I think overall that's what this album is about. And it's funny that it's called Science and then retcon to be, it stands for something, which, okay, no.
Yeah.
But
I don't
that's
believe
funny
that.
that it's called Science, and then this whole kind of album is about like free thinking, opening your eyes, being yourself, not sacrificing morals and values for other people or religion or whatever. So I think that's cool. Like it's a concept album, very, very loose, and I dig that because he doesn't need great lyrics because he's a great singer, and he really is.
Yeah. You're right. And I also want to touch upon Alex's bass playing in the song. It's one of the more straightforward and basic songs for him. It's so basic, but it's still so intriguing and still so exciting. He can write fucking amazing bass lines, and they're so loud. He's turned up so loud in the mix, not to the point where he drowns everybody else out, but it adds this just thick, just this absolute thick tone that you don't hear on most records. Even like low ending sounding records don't sound like this. It's such a unique sounding record all around because of how it was mixed and produced and everything. And I just love how unique it is and how great of a bass player he is.
He's great.
Fantastic.
He's great. He's a fantastic bass player. Okay, I get it, bro. I get it. Some of these songs here, especially my OK songs, this is like when you go to a bar and there's a band playing, you're like, wow, these guys are really, really fucking good. That singer's a really good singer. But like they're never gonna get anywhere because this is it. That's what some of these OK songs are like. They're just like a really, really good bar band. Like nothing really is fantastic. It's fine. I get it. You can wank. Okay, whatever.
But it's still great. I mean, yes, he can wank, but he adds so much character and so much greatness to these songs. On this one, on Morning View, he adds so much to the songs. Like you can't just throw him away as like this wanky bass player.
I was trying to find like what his actual participation was in the writing of these songs, in the more forward like melodic songs, and if he was writing like Warning, right? If that tune was written by him, then I would give him so much more credit. Or if he's just putting the backing bass parts to Vitamin and New Skin, then it's like, okay, dude, you're just a really good bass player that can't write fucking music. Like, so you're not worth anything. A bass player that can like Paul McCartney, right? I guess that's on the top of my head here. A guy that can write fucking really, really good, catchy, melodic music, but who's also a pretty good bass player.
Very good bass player.
Because he plays to what he writes. He knows how he writes. He knows how he plays bass, and he can do both at the same time. Yeah. I don't know if this guy can do that. I don't know.
I think comparing him to Paul McCartney is a little unfair.
But that was the first thing that came to my head. There's a lot of Mark Hoppus is a guy that can write really, really great songs, but he's not a good bass player. It's fine.
But he's primarily a singer. Mark he's not a bad bass player by any means. He has some really good bass lines.
He's fine. He's not a good bass player.
God damn. It's so
bass is no. Because bass is that thing that we've gravitated towards too long, and this week has really opened my eyes that I'm kind of going back to guitar. No offense to any bass players out there, but like you guys' job is to keep the rhythm and to make everybody else look good.
Ooh,
if you're not
Skip's
doing
gonna be
that,
so mad.
That's what you do. If I don't give a fuck, that's what you do. That's what a bass player does. You are there to keep rhythm and make everybody else look good. That is it. I don't care. That's your fucking job. And if you're not contributing to like the melodies, if you're not contributing to the overall like writing of the songs, if you're just there to show off, if you're just there to the Yngwie Malmsteen the fucking bass, then get out of here. And that's what this dude does all the time on these, especially on Fungus, and then on this one too. He kind of does it. It's a little annoying.
I did read. I don't know if it was Ben Kenny or somebody had said that. Early Incubus stuff, a lot of it was written solely by Mike, the guitar player, even the bass parts.
Dude,
apparently,
he's a guy that I love.
Who?
Mike.
Oh, Mike Einziger.
Einziger.
Yeah, apparently he's like a really good bass player, and he's like, it was Ben Kenny. Ben Kenny said that his slap bass skill is just awesome. Like he said, he's a better slap bassist than he is, and he's way more adept than most people think as a bass player. And he said that he claims that he wrote some of the earlier bass stuff from Incubus.
The bass-driven songs on the earlier Incubus stuff is not nearly as good as the guitar-driven songs of early Incubus. Mike is a fantastic guitarist.
Oh, he is. Totally.
And like the slap bass thing, I'm fucking over that shit, dude. Like I get it.
I get it too.
Like flea slap bass, whatever, dude. It's a one-dimensional trick that you can do on the bass to the common folk sounds really fucking cool, but it's like, okay, what else you got? I get it.
You gotta have nuance, yeah. You gotta be like Les Claypool, Flea. You know, these guys incorporate melody into the slapping. They're not just slapping the entire time.
Otherwise, you're just this fucking Yngwie Malmsteen that nobody wants to listen to because your music sucks and it's fucking boring. But this dude Mike, God man, he's like my new favorite person of this band. The
Really?
dude, it can just, man, he writes guitar parts that make the bass sound great, that make the drums sound great, that like back up Brandon, that do everything except make himself sound great. He is never in the forefront, and when he is, he's only picking single notes. It's just very slow,
true, yeah.
very dramatic single notes. Like he's the unsung hero of early Incubus for sure. It's unbelievable.
I would agree.
I love this guy, and he's played with just so many fucking people. He's produced a lot of stuff. He's been everywhere. Love him.
Yeah. Have you seen how big his pedal board is? Even today, it's unreal how many pedals he has up on stage with him, just to play a full set of Incubus songs over their career. It's remarkable that he knows what to hit and where, and how he can still remember all this shit.
Good, and get everybody else out of the fucking band. It could just be him and Brandon playing Incubus songs.
Well, they did that one time. I think it was in 2006 or 2007. They did like a surprise K-Rock performance. I guess some band dropped out at the last second, and then So they asked Incubus if they can come play, but then only Brandon and Mike were able to come. So they just played a set, just the two of them, for like, I think 30 minutes or something.
Love it.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking rad.
Love it.
But what you know what would be really cool is if they came out with an acoustic record with just Mike and Brandon doing just great acoustic renditions of just one guitar.
Thought about that, but I don't think at this point Brandon can fucking control his voice. I think he's going to be so annoying.
I know. I think he has more control now than he did back in the early and mid 2000s.
The early to mid 2000s, he was trying to do different things. Now he thinks he's perfected those things, and he's doing so many things with his voice that are just like, bro, less is more at this point. You don't need to show off. We know you have a good voice. Go back to the basics.
I don't think he shows off at all.
He shows off constantly. That's all he fucking does is show off, dude. He has... I don't understand like why he can't just like sing normal. He has a great voice. Why does he have to do marble mouth? Why does he have to do that? He does all the fucking time.
Not what, like on 8 on that record?
On every record except for
he doesn't have marble
mouth. If not now,
mouth.
when? If not now, when? Because Jimmy Eat World song, yeah. There are times where he goes like hurl. It's so annoying. It's like a dying animal.
I just don't see it. I don't see.
Yeah, because you got your Boyd glasses on, dude.
I don't care, man. These goggles, these are good goggles.
He's a good fucking singer that like just needs to get his head out of his ass.
I love how much you love this record, but how much shit you've talked on almost every band member outside of Mike and Jose. And
Jose's
Gavin,
perfect.
I guess.
He does no wrong.
Dude, I know.
His drumming is fucking... God damn, like some of these songs, I swear, I even fucking wrote on a couple of these tracks. I was like, dude, this guy sounds like he just opened up his drum set from a package. It's so fresh. It's so crisp. It sounds like it's never been fucking played. Like the first time he's ever played this drum set. That's how great his drum set sounds. It is unfucking real.
Yeah, it's just the crispness of the snare and the cymbals are unmatched. I that's what I'm saying. Like, the guy who produced this record produced Fungus Among Us. He's done like nothing. His name is Jim Wirt. He hasn't done a lot, at least from what I can tell. But he puts out this Incubus record, and it's just everything about this is just, from the tone to the mix, everything is just fucking awesome. I think Terry Date mixed this record, but you know the drum tones he was able to get off of this. You know, recording with analog equipment in '97 with a very low budget. They recorded this record in 6 weeks. And to do all of this in 6 weeks is fucking remarkable, because they're not only the drumming, the drum tone and everything, but all the little nuances, like throw in DJ Life or Gavin into this, and he's like his own instrument. He's almost like the kind of lead guitar player in a way. That he adds so much, I don't want to say nuance, because it's not nuance, it's just like noise. He just really, really rad noise. Like when Kilmore came in, Kilmore was more like soundscapes. He did some scratching, but he didn't have the weirdness, the quirkiness that DJ Life did. And goddamn, dude, he's an underrated, truly underrated DJ. Even though he never really did anything outside of Incubus, but
I think it's because he's playing his instrument, if you want to call it that. If he's playing his instrument as its own separate entity, rather than trying to supplement a song. Yeah, everyone here is like fighting for the top spot. And especially like Dirk Lance, man. It's like all the fucking time. He's always fighting for that top spot. That's annoying.
Such a fucking hater. It makes me so mad.
God, dude, it's so irritating. I'm just so fucking over it. I'm just so over... We gush about bass players all the time, like how great they are. And it's like, man, fuck off. No, they're not. They're fine. There's so many bands that don't even have a bass player, and they do just as fucking well than a band. I would rather see a band with 6 fucking guitarists than I would a band with 2 bass players. Straight up. Don't care.
Well, that's wrong. That's wrong.
Don't fucking care.
Didn't you just see Animals as Leaders and they had 2 guitar players? That's it?
Oh, no, and it was so annoying.
Never satisfied.
Oh, no,
Never
so
satisfied.
Obnoxious. I just don't even care. But I agree. I think DJ Life with a Y. Well, that's cool.
Life with a Y.
I think DJ Life.
Just call him Gavin. Let's just call him Gavin. That's a cooler name.
That's even cooler.
I think it sounds cooler than DJ Life.
What's his last name? Like Koppel or something? Or,
yeah, Gavin Koppel.
Ted Koppel's son over here.
I was thinking that too.
I don't think he's Ted Cobblestone.
I don't think so either.
But I think DJ Life is adding his own sound to the songs rather than just trying to supplement things, and that's why I agree. I think his stuff is fucking exponentially better than Kilmore's stuff because he's like his own entity. He's his own thing. He has his own ideas. He's not just trying to make everybody else sound better like a bass player should. So I don't know.
Oh
That's
man,
what we got there.
All right, should we move on from Vitamin?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your 2B?
By the way, Jim Word's done like a fuck ton of production work, like 100,
Oh, has he?
150 things. Yeah.
I didn't really
It's a
look it up. Okay, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, look at my Discogs, man. Discogs is my new go-to for looking up people.
Okay, all right. I should have. I'm negligent, I guess. But
You are negligent. That's fine. Not a big deal.
So what's your 2B?
What was my 2B? Redefine, the opening track.
That's my 2B as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's my 2B as well.
You got something right. That's fine. It opens the album. I think it's a great opener. That overdriven guitar, it sounds so damn cool in the beginning. It's so obnoxiously heavy, but it's quiet. It's not like super aggressively loud. And again, this is why I like our boy here. What do they call him on this album? They call him fucking. Let me go back. Jawa. What's a Jawa? Just kidding. Yeah, that's our boy Jawa here. He's throwing down some really cool. I don't know. That's fucking crazy to open the album with this, and it's quiet. Like, why is it not louder? If the bass player would have opened it up, if our boy Dirk would be like bam 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 bam, it would have been great. It would have been cool, but it would have been loud. It's quiet. I don't know. DJ Scratch stuff.
Wait, are you talking about? Are you the distorted guitar?
Very beginning.
You're talking. That's a didgeridoo. That's not a guitar.
After that. Yeah, it is. Cause you hear there's a part right after that. So it starts off with
yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's a very that's I don't know. That's way overdriven. We never hear that again in Incubus. They don't do that. That's way too heavy for this band. This band can get pretty heavy too.
Yeah, that's true.
God, I was talking so fast. I can't even keep up my words.
Alex's bass line, that doom doom doom, just it's so heavy. It's so heavy and thick and
loud. Like, why?
It's fucking
God
loud as hell.
Damn, dude. But I'm like, Jawa was never. I'm gonna call him Jawa now. That's cool. Jawa's guitar parts are never that loud. Alex's bass lines are heavy and they're loud. They're always up front in the mix. But Jawa's like, I'm fine, dude. Let everybody else have their fun. I'll just be great from the background. And that's what makes him great. That's what makes him better than a bass player, is because he can throw down something like this in the beginning. I just love that overdriven guitar sound. I think it sounds so cool. And I love that it's quiet. I love that it's not in the forefront. I love that the didgeridoo overpowers all of it in the beginning. And this is the first fucking 10 seconds.
I know, right? And what are they thinking using the didgeridoo? Like, nobody fucking uses that unless it's a joke.
But they make it sound found it cool. In I don't know how they found it, but I would imagine I'm hoping, I'm inventing a story for them, but I'm hoping they found it as they were super high or super fucked up on mushrooms or something, and oh, this is cool, let's see what this sounds like, and then wrote a song around it. Which I don't think is probably far off from how they actually found it either.
Yeah, it's probably not at all. I could be completely wrong, but I think maybe a few years ago, they brought this song out of retirement essentially and started playing it live. And I think Brandon even brought out the didgeridoo, and he had it set up next to Jose's drum kit and would play it at the beginning of the song, like recently in the last 3 to 5 years. And that's really surprises me that they're that cool to do that. But yeah, damn cool instrument. I would love to have a didgeridoo, wouldn't you?
I would.
Dude, that'd be so fucking rad. It'd be so.
I've actually seen a group of musicians play didgeridoo live.
You did, and I wasn't there, but that's fine.
You were not there. You were there, but you decided not to go.
Yeah, I decided to sleep in my bunk, and you, destroyed the city of Interlaken, Switzerland.
That was true. That is true.
And then I wake up to you fucking barfing down the hall. Yeah, good times.
Good times.
But yeah, anyway, Redefine.
I still like. There's a couple parts here, like the chorus for one. I think it's fucking bizarre. I don't even know how it works. The instrumentals don't even match. They're like way heavy, almost sound like a different song. Very new metally. They're doing something totally different, like Break Stuff with Limp Bizkit, right? How that instrumentals and that vocal melody thing that he does, like that's just so fucking weird. It's so vastly different. I like that. That's a very new metally thing for them to do, and this is the first track of the album. That's why I think this album is very new metal sounding.
Totally. And Alex rips it up on the bass too. I mean, the ton of slap bass in the verse, and then there's a bass solo, a fucking bass solo. It's pretty fucking cool though, right? Much shit as you talk on
the bass line is fucking gold in this. It's so good.
Oh, thank you. Fucking finally, you have some
I
sense.
understand. Like I get
sense.
it. It's fucking cool. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it.
But it's such a cool. What's so great about this song?
Nuance.
What's so cool about this song is it has like the craziness all wrapped into one song. This is a great thesis statement, as we've said on the pod before. We use that, we throw that term around a lot. This is a great thesis statement. It has the weird instruments with the didgeridoo. It has some really rad stuff from Gavin, like just throwing in some weird ass fucking sounds. Great bass playing, slap bass, just normal fucking bass playing. Mike, he does what he does on this record. A little bit more in the background, not so forward heavy. And then Jose's drumming, man, he fucking rips it up. Absolutely rips it up in this song. Totally underrated. Just an absolutely underrated drummer, especially on this song.
And then don't forget Boyd's thrown in an actual melody.
Yeah,
There's an actual melody here.
Melody. He's rapping. He's doing a little bit of everything that you hear on the rest of the record.
Rapping, yeah. I guess I would call this. I don't like calling this like any
Incubus
kind of rapping or any kind of hip hop thing outside of just having a DJ in the band, because then we're getting into the territory of just like bad rock rap stuff. I don't want to do that because this band's better than that. They should be better than that. They are better than that. Sometimes not.
Are they better than that?
Most of the time they are. Sometimes they embrace kind of the bad side of Incubus, which there's definitely a
very
solid
little
bad side.
No, there's very little bad stuff from them.
Dude, the instrumental bridge, that part, fucking so dope.
I know, I love it.
I think like this is the first track off their new album, and they've already said they're trying to like slowly shy away from the new metal sound. But then the first thing they do is like drop something that's like this aggressive and crazy new metal. It's like, okay, whatever. I picture this song as like a beautiful mess, right?
Oh, it
like
is.
I would love to see which came first, the vocal melody or the instrumentals.
Oh, it
how
had to
did
be
you
the
come
instrumentals.
across it? But like, then how did you? What do you think is singing over that stuff?
I think
I don't know.
What I think is they probably got pretty high, pretty fucked up, and they were just like, let's make a song. And then they just threw in all this stuff together, and then what probably happened was Brandon started just singing nonsense, no real lyrics, just noises and melodies and stuff.
Freestyle, probably.
Yeah, kind of. This is like a freestyle song, really.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of these songs are very jammy. I feel they're very, very jammy.
Yeah, but even still, man, the melody in this chorus is still pretty solid.
I think it's one of the. I mean, it's only like one of the 4 or 5 actual melodies that are on this entire album. So
it's good. It's really good. So I'm gonna play a little bit of Redefine for all you knuckleheads out there. So here it is from Incubus. God damn it, it's a good song. You know what's really cool too is during the chorus, it's Brandon's really great melody, but then also Gavin in the background, he's doing that thing he's scratching the thing where it's just the guy yelling go 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 go, just kind of like almost like hyping up Brandon while he's singing that. It sounds so stupid when you try to explain it, but when you hear it, you're like, wow, dude, that's really kind of genius. That sounds super fucking rad. God damn, dude, Gavin just kills it. And the little noises he kind of plays with during the verses. And like I said, Alex's bass playing in the verses are super funky, slap bassy, but going into that first verse, him and Mike both hit that high note, that boom, boom, and then it's that high note that kind of just drops into the lower stuff, and then Brandon starts singing. It's just a fucking well crafted song, man. Just super super well crafted.
And this is a song that for sure I would probably agree that the instrumental part came first because of the part where everybody's coming together and doing the and then
Yeah.
that fast part. That's
Fucking Jose's drumming is so good there.
dude. That's something that is so fucking tight. That is only like a drummer, a bass player, and like a guitarist can really work on together. And then like Brandon comes in after that. It's like, hey dude, we got this really dope song. You can play it if you want, or it's a jam song. This could be a warm up song for their practices. I don't know, but even like the chorus, even though I do think it's very melodic for this album, it's not like the most melodic thing they've ever done. But like, that's a very basic, that's a very fucking like elementary melody, vocal melody. And this band is still new. You know, this is fucking what, 90, when did this come out?
97,
97. This is still very new. Like we're acting like this is fucking Zeppelin's 5th album here. This is this is still very, very new. And so like Brandon Boyd will eventually come up with, even though I don't like Stellar, that is still a better melody than this is. But this is just a guy that is still trying to find his voice, still trying to find where he fits in with this band that is really, really fucking good. Little does he know that he is also really, really fucking good.
Yeah.
He just doesn't know. He just can't articulate how great he is yet, and he won't do so until Morning View. IMO.
Yes.
That means in my opinion.
There's also a vocal part in the first verse that I've always really loved. It's the part where he says, "Fuse the two, kapow! What are you now? You're the human magic marker. Won't you please surprise my eyes?" I love those two lines. The way he says the kapow and the way he says magic marker. You're the human magic marker. I just love those lyrics.
It's funny too because he actually does mention Ted Koppel too in the song.
He does. Wasn't that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if he did that intentionally, just to like make fun of Gavin.
It had to have been. If we made fun of him, then obviously like somebody at some point in the band has made fun of him too.
Yeah.
I hope.
Right. They're not dumb.
Yeah.
So what do you got for the lyrics on this one?
I thought this was about defining yourself based on your own likes and dislikes rather than letting society do it for you.
I kind of put it, it's about it's about being sick of following the status quo and being more of an individual and finding your own path in life. That's what I got on here. But what Brandon Boyd said about this song, he said, "Redefine is about the creation of your own reality and your own world. The metaphor I used was humans being like magic markers. For so long, they painted black and white pictures in their life because that's all they thought they could do. But they can paint with a different color and make a very vibrant and beautiful picture if they take control." So he just said exactly what we just said, but in a much more annoying way. So
see, like, he's just not a great lyricist at this point. He's just not. And even that like explanation was so much like word vomit to kind of like make his lack of lyricism better. But it didn't. It was just like, oh wow, dude, you just reaffirmed that I think you're not a great lyricist.
Yeah, it annoyed me so bad when I read that today.
It's like, if you're not a great lyricist, that's fine. Who cares, dude? Like, focus on your melodies, focus on your presentation. That's not a big deal. Who cares? Clearly, the bass player can't write songs because all he does is fucking wank. Not a big deal. It's fine. It's fine.
I don't know what is wrong with you. I don't know what kind of stupid pills you took today. They must have been like,
you know what it is?
Extra
Is?
Strength stupid pills today.
Here's what it is. I'll tell you this right now. I don't know anything about it. Last jam night we had.
Or last to go.
Last jam night we had. I say last. I'm funny on last. Last jam night we had. I was playing like bass like all night, and I was like, okay. Obviously, I'm not great at the bass. I'm just not. But I can do scales. I can do minor pentatonic. I can do major. I can transfer to like chord progression and scales. Like I know a little bit about how to like play the bass, and I've gotten a lot better with playing with my fingers. But I still felt restricted, and that's just because I'm not great at the bass. But then like I got a guitar, and obviously that's not fair because I've been playing guitar way longer than bass.
Mm-hmm.
but it just felt like so much more natural. And then I was like teaching another one of our neighbors how to. I was like, hey, dude, like at least learn this scale. Like Kirk Hammett fucking made a killing off of the minor pentatonic scale. That's all he fucking plays. Who cares? Whatever. And I was kind of like teaching him how to play guitar, and I was like, oh wow, this is like I miss playing the guitar, man. I miss like just noodling around. I miss like fucking around with chords, messing around with scales, messing around with like soloing. And I just realized it's a better instrument. That's it. That's all. Not a big deal. Not a big deal or nothing. But there's a reason why fucking bass players like never get any recognition. Okay, it's not because like the bass has been misunderstood for generations. No, it's because it's just not as great as a guitar. I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Oh man, I guarantee you when Skip is listening to this right now, he's probably
I know he will.
screaming. He's probably
I know he will.
screaming. He's like, oh, you're fucking
He's probably
wrong.
he's spitting his fucking tea out and stomping on his crumpets. I know that. I know that. I know that. And I hope he probably will have some fairly not nice words, but
Calling us a bunch of
whatever.
cunts and everything. Oh man. Oh shit. Anyway, redefine. Let's move on. What's your 3B?
Let's move on. I'm actually pouring a beer like as we speak. Hold on.
Well, I don't know about that, dude. Well,
Okay. There. My 3B, I had vitamin, that one, new skin. My 3B was, let's scroll down.
oh wait, I told you real quick. I told you that I
Raw.
was doing the wool thing to Tammy.
Yeah.
She didn't pick up on it at all day. All day. I did it probably every 5 to 10 minutes. I was wooling her, and she did not pick up on it at all. I was shocked.
Honestly, I've noticed once you get going, you can't stop.
Yeah, it got bad. It got real bad. And that's why I couldn't believe she didn't pick it up.
It's like the clapping game. Like once it hits that point, like it's fucking obvious what I'm doing to you. Even if you don't know like where it comes from, it's obvious that I'm doing this to you.
Yes. But still nobody picks up on the clapping game. That's another thing.
Well,
We've been doing the clapping game for 20 years.
I don't go as far as you go, but
We've been doing it for 20 years and nobody's picked up on the clapping game.
I don't think I've ever won the clapping game.
You've never won. I
against
beat you every single fucking time.
I can't do it. I really have no shame in any other aspect of
the
my
clapping
life
game.
whatsoever. But I can't do it. It's just too awkward. It's too fucking awkward.
It's not that bad.
I can't do it.
Yeah. Well, okay. You should start doing the wool thing and see if Renee notices it.
I'm gonna do that work to people at the bar when they order a drink.
You gotta
a
do
drink
it,
that I don't like. Could I get a Mai Tai? I'm going, whoa, hold on there, dude.
But don't even say that. Don't even say anything else. Just go the wool.
Whoa.
Wool. It's so obnoxious. Oh my god.
People order the dumbest drinks. Yeah. Okay. I like Mai Tais though. Like a good Mai
My
Tai.
tastes are great. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
What's your 3B?
favorite things, baby.
Favorite things.
Mm-hmm. What is your 12B?
No, it's my 4B.
Okay. Oh, that's
So what
good.
do you got on this one?
I like how frantic the music is, but Boyd's voice is very calming, and then the contrast, what's going on musically. I like that. That's the only time in this album where you really get like this really like aggressive music with just a very lackadaisical, confident Brandon Boyd. I like that.
Yeah. Too bad that things. It's just.
No,
He
keep
sounds
going.
very snotty. He sounds so snotty when he sings that part. Oh man, it's great. Okay, so with favorite things as well, what I love, Mike's guitar playing. It's that ding. It's that high part. That ding, 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 ding. I can't even try to do it with my voice, but
Go ahead.
it's the high part, and then he goes into like this like lower palm mute. It's like, wait, how does it go? Is it dun 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 dun? It's just this kind of like. What am I trying to say here? It goes from the high notes to the low palm muted parts, but it's very, very quick and almost like subtle. But the way Jose plays off of that part and his little fills and his little tricks and everything with the bell of the cymbal, it just he accents Mike's playing perfectly. Like the interplay between Mike and Jose is perfect on this song. Just absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
And Mike never shows off. Alex just is there. Alex doesn't really show off in this song. He's just there to keep the low end and to keep the deeper tones. But Mike is just doing the quirky stuff, like the higher notes, the higher chords, and everything like that. It's a really cool, balanced song. Nothing's too heavy, nothing's too crazy, and it's really catchy.
This is just another song that I think is more vocal driven, because I really like the chorus. I think that buzz sound effect is way cool. The scratching, it blends well with like what's already going on. But I like that the melody and relief is in the verse. Like that's where the catchy shit is in the verses, not the chorus. The chorus is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Man, those verses are fucking strong. Those are strong verses. I love that. And like what I really love about the song is when the music drops in after Boyd says like the favorite things part. You get a lot, like in music, you get a lot when like they're drawing at that 4 count, that 1, 2, 3, and you'll get that snare hit on the 4, and then the music drops. I don't like that. I don't like that. Like we know, I get it. I can keep time a little bit in music. I don't need you to cue me in to when the music is going to drop. Don't put the snare in there. They don't put the snare in there. It's just, he says favorite things, draws at that 4 count, and then when they start over back on the 1, that's when it drops in. Love it. Yeah, love that.
I like it too.
Fucking love that shit.
Favorite things. The way he says favorite things.
It's very snotty though.
It is. Too bad that things that make it's still very Anthony Kiedis, but not nearly as obnoxious as Kiedis.
Dude, man, Boyd is just like this guy that just has like this voice that is so fucking great, but just has not learned to like harness his own power yet.
No, goddamn beautiful fucking voice, man. He's the best.
But I like
Anthony
it.
Boyd.
I
almost said
I like going.
Boyd.
Anthony Boyd.
Anthony Boyd. Yeah.
Oh, Anthony Boyd. I like going from album to album to album, seeing like where he's progressed in some areas, but where he's falling short in other areas. Like that's cool. And then in this one, like clearly he's falling short in the melody, but you can hear like the beginning stages of what will be like the best shit he does, and which is, in my opinion, IMO. And I said it before. I'm like Morning View, like that's like his best, the best. I think it's the perfect blend of melody with him being confident in himself and not doing like annoying, over the top, operatic singing that he will do on other albums.
See, I would argue and say that Crow is probably his best overall vocal performance. I mean, Morning View is close.
I agree that Crow is better vocally, but I don't think he's writing better songs melodically on Crow than he was on Morning View.
I disagree. I really disagree with you on that. I think he reached his peak on Crow because every song is unique vocally. Every song on Morning View is unique, but not necessarily because of the vocals. It's more the songs. Really, Brandon leads every song on Crow, and every song on there is fucking amazing. But Morning View, not so much.
Okay, that's fine. Everybody can be fucking wrong in their opinions. That's fine.
You've said so many wrong things, especially talking about Alex, and all the shit you've talked
Going
on.
back to the bass
Jose.
playing up.
But
I'm talking zero shit on Jose. He's amazing. He's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, really, honestly, the only people you've talked shit on have been Brandon and Alex, which is just stupid.
Brandon, because the potential is there, but it's not come out yet. Alex, because there's too much technique there and not enough finesse. It's just, let me just mash as many fucking great licks as I can possibly fucking get in here. It's like, okay, bro, I get it. You're good at the bass. Calm down. Calm down.
I think it was the Morning View. It was like they came out like a making of Morning View, like a DVD or whatever. And I'm pretty sure it was on that DVD. And Alex was talking about how people always ask him, like, oh, how do you get that tone? How do you get that bass tone? And you just sound so unique. And he said, I just have 2 really big amps up on stage, or like I have a bunch of really big amps on stage, and that's where I get my tone. It's nothing special. It's just it's really fucking loud.
Yeah, exactly. His tone is not. There's no
It's just
unique
loud.
tone there. It's just fucking loud. He's just
Yeah.
constantly playing as hard as he possibly can.
But it's still fucking cool as shit.
Of course, it's cool, but like I get it, dude. I get it. You can play the bass really, really well. Like maybe like support everybody else. Like it's your fucking job.
But he does, though.
Sometimes.
He does it most of the time.
Eh.
Oh,
Eh.
God damn. Anyway, let's play a little bit of favorite things from Incubus. So here we go.
Incubi.
Yeah, Incubi. I mean, really, Alex is not. He's not that crazy on this song. Like him and Mike play note for note the same thing through a lot of the song.
This is a cool song because this shows like they can still be kind of in the same realm as like punk music and play a little bit fast and a little bit more energetic, I guess.
Yeah, even like in the verses, Jose too kind of has this like shuffle beat going, very very subtle shuffle thing he's doing before jumping into that pre-chorus, that da 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 da, the very basic kind of almost punk thing. But yeah, man, I
like that buzz, whatever that tone is, whatever that pedal is, that buzz.
Yeah, or you're talking like
Cool.
kind of that wah thing that he
Just
does?
no, like the maybe it's even like the bass. I don't know what it is, but it's just like a buzz.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. I think it is the bass. I think it's a
Fucking
bass
loud.
effect.
It sounds like when you blow out your guitar amp and you continue to play it, and there's so
Which
much
you've
like
done.
reverberation. Yeah, constant. I
That
blew out.
PV.
Actually, fucking Mickey blew this one again. Fucking last time he was over here.
Are you serious? You just got
Yeah.
it fixed like
Yeah.
6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking guy.
Blew it out, babe. We go hard. We go hard.
Apparently so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Favorite things. 3B.
Very good. Very good. So my 3B is Nebula.
Okay.
So wait, so you hate this song or what?
Nebula's a song. So I have
Oh
all
my
these
God.
B's and I have all these okay songs. Nebula's a song. I don't know if I like it or not.
But why?
I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like it's fun sometimes, but then like other times. So I listened to the album like 6 times this week, 4 times on the vinyls, 1 time in headphones, and then 1 time over speakers.
Yeah.
And Nebula, like I had to listen as a banger, and then I had to listen as an okay song, and then now it's just a question mark, because sometimes it's fucking really fun, and I love getting behind it, and the other times like this is dumb.
Why though?
I don't know.
This is another like kind of jammy song that reminds me a lot of Redefine. It's with
I mean, like, yeah, obviously the fast parts are dope, right? The point of contention here is that vocal pacing. Do I like that? I don't know. Like, is he trying to be fucking Danny Elfman or some shit? I don't know what he's doing.
So
is
good.
it a
That's
joke song?
I like that. I like that
Because
comparison.
I do like note matching, especially in the vocals. I do. Like I think that's cool. Iron Maiden did it a couple times. I think it's fucking great. But I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know. I can be convinced either or.
Well, I mean, I think during that chorus, that kind of scale that they do, that Alex and Mike do, is just, it's so fucking rad. It's so fucking cool. It's so basic, but I still love it.
It's just that dude. It's that.
I know. I love that.
But
It's so
I don't-
basic, but
I don't
it's
know.
awesome.
I don't know.
And the way Brandon, it's not just the way he sings, but it's how and the way he sings, but it is just very, everything is note for note, and I love the
like,
simplicity.
Realistically, that specific part, that like makes or breaks a song, that's very theater kid. That's very goofy. That's very
I get okay.
that's very corny. But
you love theater kid music.
I know the question is like, did he think that was fucking dope and badass and like groundbreaking, or do you think it was just I don't know what to do, therefore I'm gonna just do this, because that's gonna make a big difference. Like, what is the feeling behind it?
I just thought they probably just thought this is really cool. This is a really cool song. Like I don't think there's anything deep about the writing of the song. I think this is more just a jam thing. I think this is a song that they threw in at the last minute, or they came up with it in the last minute to just fill up the songs. Not to say it's a filler song because it's not, but I
And
feel like
again,
it was very
it's
rushed.
that's weak because it's coming in between two songs that I think are okay, are not bangers for me.
Oh boy.
And that's what I had trouble with. And so when I listened to this on the speakers, I shuffled these songs a little bit weird, like consistency wise, or what do you call them? Not what do you call them? Chronologically, it was weird hearing these songs out of order.
Yeah.
And so this one,
yeah.
this one, like the reason why this is not just an okay song out the gate is because when this was put up against songs before or after that were better, I think it does better. But in between, I think Summer Romance is an okay song. I think Deep Inside is an okay song. And so given that, this song is kind of like, okay, well, you put up in between two songs I think are just, whatevers. Therefore, you're whatevers.
I like the way that the song opens up with that more, and then it's just that one note on the guitar, that it's just that high note. It's kind of annoying. It just, there's nothing overly complicated about the song, and that's kind of why I think that's its charm too, because like we've seen in almost every song,
weird.
Everybody just kind of rages and just kind of does their thing and to see who can come out on top. But this is a song where it's just, you're like, what the fuck am I listening to? It's just such a bizarre fucking song.
Yeah.
It's a standout song for sure. And maybe that's why you're not connecting with it, because you're expecting Alex to just rip it up and do all this crazy slap stuff, and, you know, Mike to do all this crazy noodling, like with effects and shit. But it's not like that at all. This and probably Summer Romance are probably the most simplistic songs on this entire record. Same thing. But
okay, I can see that. Nebula, you're right. There's not a whole lot like of depth here, and I think maybe that's the point. It's like a jam song where they probably just
and
they probably had a lot of fun with this song.
And when you think about it too, you know, it does that do 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 boom boom. It's just that heavy palm muted stuff, and it just kind of builds, and then it drops back into that goofy kind of scale thing, and then it just kind of goes back and forth between that, and then I don't know, it's such a bizarre song, but I love it. I've always loved this song. It's a true standout.
Weird. I don't know,
Jerry.
This is fucking weird. I honestly don't know how to classify this. It's just it's a question mark in my notes.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't know.
We don't have to play it or anything.
I don't love it. I don't hate it. If
Yeah.
I timestamped that one part, that Danny Elfman fucking part, that would probably have been better, but I did not.
All right. So, I mean, just real quick lyrically, this song is just about getting really high, you know, either on acid or shrooms or whatever. But yeah, that's what the song is about and how it makes him feel. I don't think it's anything deeper than that. So, what's your 4B then?
Did you say your 3B?
That is my 3B. Nebula is my 3B.
Oh, that was your 3B. Okay, my 4B is Magic Medicine.
There it is. I knew that was going to be high up for you. That's my 11B.
It has to be high. It's
That's
so
my 11B.
good. It's so This is a perfect jam song. They've already been kind of
really
like teasing
good.
these little jam songs, right? But then here it is. This is a perfect dub bass line. Just throw out a super thick and heavy bass line and let's build a song around it. Straight up De Facto style, right?
Yeah.
De Facto came out a couple years after this, really. So
Yeah,
maybe
like a
they
year
were
after
influenced
this.
by this. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
they were
this is
influenced
it.
by Incubus.
Yeah, that's it.
All
This
right.
is great though. This is fantastic. This is showing that these guys can really dig deep into like the history of what they are trying to mimic, kind of like the reggae, the dub, the Jamaican style of bass playing, of building a song around a heavy bass tone, of a great drum beat, of everything like that.
I think
And then just fuck it. Just make a nonsensical acid trip, I don't know, song.
I think this
It makes no
song,
sense.
to me, this song was based off of a Korn song from Life is Peachy, which came out a year before this. And the song Porno Creep, track 5 on that record, it's like an instrumental kind of dub track, but a lot darker than a normal dub track. But I think this song was directly inspired from that particular song, Porno Creep.
Okay.
It reminds me a lot. Do you remember that song at all?
I remember the name more than I do the song.
Okay. I think if you went back and listened to that song outside of the context of the record, I think you would dig it a lot more than you think you do.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna write my little fucking notes here.
Yeah, it's like a maybe a 2-minute song, 2.5-minute song, but it's like an interlude on Life is Peachy between Lost and the song Good God. It's a good little instrumental track. But
All right.
yeah, and then in this song Magic Medicine, there's somebody reading out of like some children's book. I couldn't really find out what this is from or if it's completely made up, but pretty much all the lyrics are, on this page you see a little girl giggling at a hippopotamus. I wonder why. And then it's just Gavin kind of just messing with it, looping it, running it through different effects, and it's good, man. This is such a rad fucking song. A great song showing Gavin's skills and showing, like you said, like the dub influence of the rest of the band, or the dub influence, or the influence that the band took from dub music and everything like that.
It's just it's man, I hate bands like Pepper and Slightly Stupid. I just can't fucking stand them.
I hate them too.
But and when you listen to those bands, and I've listened to a decent amount of both of them because there are people that I know that really like both of those bands. You don't hear a lot of like roots influence in those songs. You don't hear a lot of like, oh, where did you come from? We came from the reggae realm. Well, like, no, you fucking didn't. Like, even Sublime, you can hear the roots influence in Sublime. You can't hear it in Pepper. Pepper is influenced by a band of the, like Sublime, but it's like they weren't influenced by the bands that influenced Sublime. And like that's what's a joke band about Pepper and Slightly Stupid. This song is like clearly influenced by people that are like namesakes in the reggae realm, in the dub realm, in the ska realm. Like this is a band that like knows their shit. Incubus knows their shit.
Yeah.
And this is a song that proves it.
I totally agree. And what you said just now about Pepper, bands like Pepper and Slightly Stupid, all of their influence is derivative. It's taken from Sublime, but not from what they were influenced by dub, reggae, ska, and blues music. Like they Sublime took so much from all those genres, meshed it into one sound, but then Pepper and Slightly Stupid only took from Sublime, and that's it. And it's like the whitest boy reggae music you could ever fucking listen to. It's just, I can't stand that style of music.
It's terrible. I forgot to mention on the Exodus when I did the vinyl thing, but there was 2 times on that album Exodus where Bob Marley just threw out like just subtle fucking throwaway, like one was like ooh-ee girl, ooh-ee. But he didn't say girl because Sublime said girl. He just said ooh-ee, ooh-ee. And it's like, oh, dude, like Sublime straight up took that from Bob Marley, that ooh-ee girl, ooh-ee girl. And there's another time, too, where Bob Marley said something. It's like, wow, dude, like Brad listened to a lot of Bob Marley, a lot of reggae music. Because he did the same thing with Peter Tosh. And, like, that's cool that you can hear these. But, like, you have to know the original source material to pick up on the nuance of the people covering it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's lost on like Pepper and Slightly Stupid and that whole white boy frat reggae rock shit. But like this circling back to Incubus here, like the heavy dub influence here, like let's double down on the root notes. Let's make those, let's accentuate those root notes. Let's make them loud. And let's kind of like solo off of those, hit some really like scales here, but like go back and really hit those root notes at the same time as the bass drum, as the bass, as the guitars. Everybody's doing it to really like push those in the forefront. And like that, I think me and my limited knowledge of dub music, that is what it's about.
Yeah,
like
that's fair. I mean, I trust you more than what I think. But
you should always trust me more.
Well, I mean, you know dub and reggae music way more than I do. I like the genre, but you're way more knowledgeable than me in that. But other than that, I know way more about. I mean, no.
You, so
what I was going to say is, outside of
dub music, paper,
paper. What?
Parachutes, anything. Yeah, man. I'm just looking at
Yeah.
stuff on the desk here.
You have a parachute on your desk?
No,
How big
that
is
was
your
just,
fucking desk?
I knew I was gonna be called out on the paper thing, and so then that was the first thing that came to my head. I don't know why.
All right, I'm going to play a little bit of Magic Medicine because why the fuck not? Here it is from Incubus.
You see a little girl giggling at a hippopotamus.
So there it is. Yeah, Magic Medicine from the Incubuses. Do we have anything else on this one? I wonder why. Do you like that vocal thing that they do?
Yeah,
Or the reading?
yeah. The song is
It's
just
it's so stupid.
this song is a jam song. It's just meant to be an instrumental, but because we're young, because this is the '90s, because we don't know how to properly like represent ourselves as a band, as a corporation, as a brand, we add vocal parts like this, and that's fine. Nothing against it.
Sounds like you have something against it, but okay.
I would prefer the vocal parts to be in there than I would prefer them to be out of there in this context.
All right, so are we good with Magic Medicine? Should we move on? What do you want to do?
I keep thinking you're singing that Dion on the Belmont song. I wonder why.
Wait, what song?
Dion on the Belmonts.
I don't know if I know that song. I don't think I
Okay.
know that song.
Well, that's fine.
I wonder why.
So like 50 song Boardwalk.
Wait, what?
Wonder
Wait,
why I love you like I do.
I don't know.
Do you know
what
what
you're
Dion on the
talking about?
Belmonts are?
I am sure I would if I heard it, but
Dion.
right now
Am I saying it weird? Dion and the Belmonts.
you're not saying it weird.
Oh, gotcha. I just you fucking act like you don't know who the fucking Dion and the Belmonts are. That's fine.
Well, I don't know who
Well.
Dion. Well, I don't know about that, dude. I wonder why.
Okay, well that's fine.
Um,
I sing the Wanderer.
That's not you. Got to sing it. I don't. I'm not.
Well, I'm the type of guy who likes to get around.
Actually-
Around. I am the wanderer. I am the wanderer. I get around.
Sounds like- I know exactly what you're singing.
Dude, the Wanderer is so good.
I know exactly what
We had
song
a
that
fuck ton
is.
of cool songs. Pretty sure that's Dion the
Wonder why.
Belmonts.
I mean, you know better than me on that.
I know they have a song called I Wonder Why, though.
I wonder why. You see a little girl laughing at a hippopotamus. I wonder why.
Yeah. I wonder why I love you like I do. Yeah. I know.
I don't
Yeah.
love you
Fuck
like
off.
I love you. All right, so do we want to talk about any other songs? What do we want to touch upon?
Let's So I would like to talk upon.
Talk
like,
upon?
What does that even fucking mean? Talk upon.
It doesn't mean anything.
Let's do a quick drive by. Okay. One. Boom.
Okay, quick
Idiot
drive-by, yeah.
Box. That intro. Linkin Park
Yeah.
made a fucking career out of that sounding intro. Done.
Yes.
Let's see. Glass. Little Primus sounding there, right? In the intro there.
Oh, it's so groovy too. in
Yeah,
that
cool,
verse.
cool, cool.
Oof.
We're doing like rapid fire here. A certain shade of
Yeah.
green. This is an okay song.
Shade of green.
I don't like it
The way
that
he
much.
sings that. Why?
The dude, another like that intro is super new metally, whatever.
It's so good though. It's so simple.
But the
it's
song
so fucking
revolves
simple.
around like that backbeat upstroke thing. There's no melody here. We're just waiting for that part, that that little offbeat thing. That's what this song revolves around. Whatever. Fuck off. Don't care.
Oof.
Summer Romance, Anti-Gravity Love Song.
That's my
Love the
12 beat.
guitar tone. Cool. But it's very like jock jam sounding there. Like if you made like just a generic jock jam anthem sound, that guitar
Yeah.
tone would be there. Groovy bass line. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Have you seen them play this acoustic?
No.
It's pretty cool.
I don't like the
It-
sax. Sax is dumb.
Well, oh yeah, the sax is the worst part of the song.
Do you know who that sax player is?
Is it Jason Freeze?
No, he is a sax player for Hoobastank.
Oh, that's who it was. Okay, yeah, I knew it was somebody. Okay, yeah,
Somebody stupid.
yes. Well, Jason Freeze
Somebody
isn't
we didn't care
stupid.
about.
Jason Freeze is.
I didn't
like
say Jason
Freeze
Freeze
a
was
lot.
stupid. He's great.
But you implied it.
That what? Sax
Which
players are
is wrong.
dumb? No, I love Stan Getz. Come on.
You love John Coltrane. You love Adrian Terrazas Gonzalez.
Hold on there,
Whoa.
dude. Hold
Whoa.
on there, dude.
But you should check out the acoustic version of Summer Romance. It's just Brandon and Mike, and it's really good.
Okay.
It sounds surprising. It's surprisingly good considering how many effects Mike throws on his guitar on this song, and when it's stripped down, it's solid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Continue with
Joe.
my rapid fires here.
Mm-hmm.
Deep inside, I like this rapid fire
Deep
thing.
inside.
Deep inside, this is fucking crisp drum performance. The guitar riff sounds like "I Like Dirt" from Red Hot Chili Peppers. I like dirt, 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 dirt.
That song is so dumb.
And then like this is, I don't know. This one sounds fantastic on the vinyls. It really does.
Oh, it does, yeah. Oh, every song on this does. It's so deep. It's so deep and thick sounding. Every song on this.
But there's nothing really elevating about this song. It's just a really well put together song that's just pretty generic overall. And then Calgon?
Calgon, that's what I call it.
Calgon, yeah. Calgon and
The heaviest song on the
one.
record.
And this song's fucking rad. So this is a high B
Yeah.
for me. I don't know where to put it because it's just too long. There's a lot of stuff that just doesn't need to be there. And I get why they did it. It's fun. People did this shit all the time. It's great. It's very spacey feeling. And then it drops into the invasion of sound type of thing. It's fucking dope. I like it. But it's just too fucking long. Don't
But
care.
that bass tone, he throws distortion on that bass, and that it's kind of that walking bass line, like
Yeah.
that super super crunchy bass, and it drops in it. Gavin drops it with that sound, and then Brandon just kind of like goes crazy. I don't even know what the fuck he says, but it's like Anthony Kiedis, just insane. That's the only word to describe it. He just fucking goes nuts. But the best part about this song is when the song ends, and then Brandon gets mad at Gavin for almost erasing the entire tape. I love
is
that
that
part.
Brandon getting mad at him, or is that somebody else getting mad at him, and then Brandon coming in and saying like, "Oh, what happened?"
It sounds like Brandon getting mad. It
He's
sounds like him talking.
There's so many parts of that thing that I think are hilarious. One that even transpired on tape, I think is funny, and then two that the entire time Gavin is just kind of like, I'm like he's laughing. I'm sorry.
He's like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. But he's not taking it serious in any way. Like he just doesn't care. I think that's so fucking funny.
Because it sounds so, and then the person complaining, which I still think is Brandon, he sounds so whiny about it. Like he's so just
Like, come
beyond
on, man.
irritated.
Like you gotta watch where you're going. Come on, you could have ruined the whole thing.
God,
Come
look
on,
what you
man.
fucking did, Gavin. You almost erased the entire track. Please fucking be careful. He's so fucking whiny. It makes me laugh every fucking time I listen to it. I look
funny.
forward to that part when I listen to Calgon. But
It's a better ending than Jonathan Davis crying at the end of his
on Daddy,
albums.
yeah, and Kill You, yeah.
That's a one and done. So yeah, I don't know. That's all I got, really.
Okay, all right. So let's give our final thoughts on Science by the Incubuses and give our rating, Incubi. And according to our world famous 3-point rating system, where 3 is a perfect album, 2 is a good album you're going to continue to listen to, 1 is a bad album but give it a shot, and 0 is the worst thing you've ever heard. So final thoughts and your rating, go.
I will say that this week I've been very, very disillusioned by Incubus. I've always held Incubus in this light of they're a band not many people talk about because not many people understand them, and I still think that is true. But I also think this band is just not as great as their reputation precedes. I think this is a band that doesn't really do any of the genres they are attempting great. They do them all pretty good, like pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think this is influence wise Incubus meh. And like if I'm gonna steal this from the punk rock MBA, who's a cool guy that I've been watching a lot of his videos now.
Why?
Because
He's so annoying.
He's a little bit older than us. He likes a lot of the same music, and but his criteria, it makes sense, and we've been doing this for a while too. But like overall, when we critique these albums, it's like an objective. Like, is this band objectively good? Yes, this band is objectively good.
Yes.
Like, yes. Wow, Ranklin. Subjectively, like, what do I feel? Like, I feel about this band, whatever, and I feel pretty highly. And like influence, and this band like influenced other bands, the genre, the scene. Not really. There's not a lot of influence from this band. There's just not, and that's because this band is not. I mean, it's stupid, but like influential. They're just not. They didn't do anything groundbreaking. They didn't do anything that nobody else was doing. And even like brought up Korn did multiple times, and Sublime. I brought up. So this band's not doing anything groundbreaking, but they're still really, really good. 2 of their albums are really, really good.
You just want to find every way to shit on this band and
Because
shit
they're
on this
not
record.
that great, man. And when I give
my
my
God,
final
dude,
product
it doesn't have
here,
to be. It doesn't have to be like something revolutionary, dude. Look at you. Fucking love the Bouncing Souls. Nothing they do is revolutionary. Nothing they do is super influential. Same with Guttermouth. Come on, dude.
Both of them are
Get
very
outta here.
influential.
Oh,
There's only
God,
one
you're
band.
exhausting.
There's only one punk band that is more influential on East Coast from Jersey
And
than the
that's
Bouncing
Misfits,
Souls.
I know.
That is
Yes,
it.
I know.
That is it. In Guttermouth, there's no other fucking band that has been around as long as Guttermouth has that still throws out the same kind of aggressive, disrespectful fucking lyrics that Guttermouth does.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
band, probably in the history of fucking music. So to say that Guttermouth is not influential, yes, they're influential.
But who's influenced by them?
Any
Yeah,
band,
they're
any
doing the
band
same
that-
shit that they were
any-
doing in
no, 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 no,
1985.
no. Take it easy, but hold on there, bud.
Well,
Any punk band that sets out to be disrespectful in any way, shape, or form is influenced by Guttermouth. Nobody ever says Guttermouth
Well-
is bad. People always say, "Oh yeah, Guttermouth, yeah, they're good, they're good."
well,
But yes,
I
they
think
listen to them.
most bands are gonna be more like when it comes to the controversial route of punk music, they're gonna go more the route of
course,
Germs, Sex Pistols,
nobody
G.G.
will go the
Allen,
Germs.
things
They're gonna
like
go
oh,
like
come
Dead
on,
Kennedys. They're gonna go the big punk
Darby
bands. Yes,
Crash,
of course.
Dead Kennedys. That's what they're gonna do. They're not gonna
But
go
when you
straight for
get
Guttermouth.
really into it, they all listen to Guttermouth and they all say, "Oh wow, Guttermouth is a fucking
And nobody
band
does
that's
that. Nobody fucking
band-
does that.
Then you need to read more interviews with these bigger bands. What are you talking about? Guttermouth is a band that's been being disrespectful longer than Dead Kennedys.
They have.
They've been
but I wouldn't
disrespectful
necessarily
longer
call
than
them
any of the fucking
influential.
bands you've been doing. What are you talking about? Not influential. I'm literally telling you why they're influential. They're influential because they are disrespectful in a way that no other punk band has ever been, ever. Name a band that's been doing it for 30 plus years. This disrespectful. No, that's silly boy talk. You can't name one. Name me one fucking punk band that's been this disrespectful 30 plus years. That literally does not care about the fame, that only cares about being a douchebag. Nobody.
I think the
Next
Dickies,
question.
right?
But Dickies were never like no.
The Dickies are more
No.
popular than Guttermouth. They they
No.
pull a
One, they were not more
larger
popular
crowd.
than Guttermouth. Two, Guttermouth has somehow surpassed being like canceled, where the Dickies did not. They said things that
Fucking
were
Guttermouth are playing in Lake Arrowhead, pulling 10 people at a bar.
No, they're not pulling 10 people at a bar. What are you kidding me? Every time they play
Jeff.
fucking Alex's bar, what are you talking about? You see their
Okay.
Instagram posts. Every time they play Alex's bar in Long Beach, they're drawing fucking 75, 100, 150 people. Now I know you're lying through your teeth. Anyway, Incubus is not as great as everybody thinks they are. And nobody thinks they're great because the only people that think they're great are like hardcore Incubus fans. Incubus is not as great as we all have been led to believe. And the true Incubus Yeds will like die by him. And up until this week, I was maybe one of them. But after this week, they're fine. They're all right. Like this album's great. This album's good. I love this album. It's not their best. There's a lot. There's a lot that needs to be worked on for this. But it's good.
How about this? How about
That's
you
good.
just throw away all your Incubus records? Just do it. Because they're
I mean,
not great.
I
They're
would-
not because I mean they're not influential. They're not great.
I wouldn't throw
They're
them in
not
the trash.
this or that. Just throw them away.
Throw them in the
Fuck it,
river.
Just throw them away.
So somebody else can
Yeah, throw
fish
'em in
them
the river.
out.
Yeah, throw them in the river. Just go do it.
Cry me a
You hate him. You hate
river.
him.
It's just this band's. You know what I mean? This band's
Like,
fine.
so much hate for
Like
no
it-
apparent reason.
Because like, what did
You're
they
just
do
mad
for
that they,
anybody?
it's just like you're so mad that they're famous and popular. I mean, who cares if they're not influential?
No.
Who cares if they're not
Okay, reel it in,
influential? The songs
reel
are
it in.
great. The albums are great.
This band honestly is popular and famous for the wrong reasons. They really
That's
are.
so wrong, dude.
It's not wrong, dude.
It is wrong. Dude.
They do tours where they sell a lot of tickets based on their newer albums, and their new albums, we have agreed based on our rankings, are not nearly as good as their older albums, and that's based on
Okay.
the subjective and objective facts that we've been throwing out for the past 2.5 hours.
Okay,
So
so
this band is big and famous for the wrong reasons, and I don't think they should even be big and famous. They're not that great of a band. They're just not. They're really good at their instruments, but they're a fucking bar band. This is a band that should be playing at a bar. They're not that great. They had 2 great albums, plus one that's actually really pretty good. But I could do without. I could live.
oh man. All right, so what are you ranking Science, or how are you rating it, or what are you rating it?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I
yet.
don't know. What do you mean you don't know?
It's just
you're
not
so
perfect.
obnoxious
That's
today. You're
silly
so
boy if it's
fucking
perfect.
annoying
It's
today.
not perfect. That's just
You're
that's a
so
silly boy
annoying
talk.
today. Like this is what happened. I think after we finished podcasting last week, you probably woke up the next morning and you're like, you know what? I'm going to take an extra dose of stupid pills every day this week, and that's what you did. That's what you did. You took stupid pills before,
Okay.
right when you woke up and right
Okay,
before you
okay,
fell
okay.
asleep.
What do you
Like
want
a
me to say?
nonstop
Like
dosage of stupid pills.
Corn's better
Just
than
fucking
Incubus.
read it.
Limp Bizkit's
Korn
better than
is better.
Incubus. Rage Against the Machine's better than Incubus. What do you want me to say? All these fucking bands are better than Incubus.
What are you gonna rate this record?
System better than Incubus. I don't know.
What are you gonna rate this record?
I don't know. 3 Doors Down better than Incubus. Oh man, because I really do like this album a lot. It's really good, and then I'm gonna do 2.75. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do 2.75, and I would do Morning View probably like. I'll probably do Morning View like a 3.
You're so obnoxious. Oh my god. For a guy who loves these records, you talk so much fucking shit, and it's so annoying.
Yeah, well.
Oh man. This is
2.75.
Science. This record is probably it's top 5 new metal records of all time.
That
Hands
makes
down.
sense. Yeah,
You can't fight it.
sure.
I mean, it could be up there with like one of the better records from the 90s altogether, all genres.
Okay, well, hold on there,
Well,
dude.
A what? I mean, of course, you know, the Nirvana stuff, Korn stuff, you know, that stuff's amazing. But, I mean,
Well, we
Science
just
is
did
fucking
Slipknot
solid. Dude.
too. That was 90s.
And Slipknot. Okay, you're
I
right.
like
Okay,
Adrenaline
yes,
a
I know.
lot. That was 90s. A lot of Limp Bizkit in the 90s.
Science is better than 90s Deftones. Actually, Science is better than all Deftones.
No,
and
that's
I
true.
know you agree with
That
me
is
on
true.
that.
That is true. we just did it recently, so that was fresh in my mind here.
Yeah. But I mean, Science really is one of the better records from the 90s, and one of the best new metal records too. It's very unique. Every member of the band brings it. Yeah, maybe not all the time, you know, it's their best performance, but it's fucking great. It's solid. And you know, fuck it.
Go
I
ahead.
don't do this often.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give this a perfect 3.
Go ahead.
Perfect 3 out of 3. It's a perfect
Go
record.
ahead.
You gave it
I
a
know.
2.75. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking cuck. You want to give this a 3? You just want to make me mad. That's what you're doing.
I would never
That's what you're
disrespect the
doing.
ratings.
Well, you did by giving it a 2.75, and I gave it a perfect 3 because I'm
Okay.
right.
Okay.
God damn. Anyway,
I'm
I don't know.
alive.
What?
Go ahead.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Did you say "Got the Life"?
Got the life.
That's a good song. Anyway,
It's the best
yeah,
song
I don't know.
of all time.
"Got the Life" by Korn is the greatest song ever written, ever recorded, ever done by any band or artist.
I'm born. I'm alive. I breathe. And soon I will realize. Whatever he said. I don't know what the fuck he said.
All right. Yeah. thank you for listening. Go to, give us 5 stars. You know the fucking drill. You've wasted 2 hours of your life listening to this. Yeah, so thank you. And that's it. That's all. John the David boy.
Elon
And
Musk.
he also tour manages Muse as well. He does Incubus and Muse.
See, I respected the guy. I thought he might have been a cool dude to party with, and then you said that.
Well,
So
Muse are
can't win
good.
'em all.
Incubus are better, but that I know you agree
Muse
with.
are
man.
good. Is that right? Muse are good.
Muse are good. Right?
I don't know.
Muse is good.
Muse are good sound weird, right?
It does.
Muse
It's
are
like-
good sound weird. Am I a caveman over here? Good God. Muse are good sound good.
Muse are good.
Yeah, I think Muse is good because you're talking about Muse as a singular.
Yeah,
band.
yeah, I know. It does. Yeah, it's like you don't say Blink 182 are good. You say Blink 182 is good, right?
Yeah, no,
I
it's
don't
true.
know. I don't know.
That's why I laughed the
English,
first time.
English is hard. It's hard, especially when it has to do with podcasts.
English is like golf, like just all these fucking rules just made up to like make people like us feel stupid,
Pissed off, really. Not just stupid,
Irritating.
but pissed off.
irritating. But paper shoes is like the only thing I would consider
God,
to
Paper
be
Shoes
close
are
to
another.
close to a banger. I didn't playlist this, and I would never go back to it. But this was I like what was happening here. Right, the song changes a lot, like in tone and pacing. The drum beats are pretty solid,
Yeah.
but overall it's still whatever's. I will never listen to it again outside of just ranking these when we do Incubus again at some point. Which I don't see why we would, because we've already done Science. We're doing Science now. We've already done Morning View.
Morning View, yeah.
So why would we? Maybe we did Crow. We both like Crow a lot, so we'll probably do Crow at some point.
Well,
So when we
maybe
do Crow,
we might like it a lot.
then I'll listen to Light Grenades and maybe listen
When
to
we
that
do
song
Fungus
again.
Among Us, we do
That's
Fungus.
whoa.
What about
Hold
that,
on
dude?
there, dude. That's not gonna happen.
Well, it happens if I say it happens. All right.
Can't argue with that logic.
Nope.
So they have like more aggressive songs here, like Priceless, that show they can still rip it up. And then like super slow melodic shit, which is like my banger this time around. It's Talk Shows on Mute. Like, God, man, I fucking love that song. Maybe it's just like a nostalgia trip or something. I don't know. The video is so fucking stupid. I love it so much.
It is.
That's my favorite video. I only rewatched the Science videos, but that's my favorite video that they've done just because it's so stupid.
Really?
I love it.
Yeah, it is. It's very stupid.
But it's like
Come,
it's a cute.
Come all.
When he the way he says that, the one come all like that, I melt. I love
Dude,
the way he says that.
He's a beautiful singer. He has a beautiful voice.
He can be. Yes.
Oh man, I love Brandon Boyd.
He can be.
God damn.
He's not always great though. He's not always great.
Most of the time, he's great. What do you got on Morning View?
Well, you gotta get into Crow first because your number 2 is Crow.
Oh yeah, Crow. Yeah, Crow. Duh.
Yeah.
Crow. Yeah. I said Crow.
Take it easy. Hold on there, dude.
No, I thought of Doozy when
When he dressed up as the Crow.
when he dressed up as the Crow and he did the Robert De Niro impression as the
Oh,
Crow.
yeah.
And he goes, "I'm the Crow. I'm the Crow." I can't even do Will Sasso doing Robert De Niro doing the Crow. Dude, I
Will
fucking
Sasso
love it.
doing Robert De Niro doing the Crow. Those are the best impressions. Tyler doing Will Sasso doing Robert De Niro doing the Crow. Fucking stupid.
Oh my god, it's so dumb, but I love Dudesy. I love Will Sasso.
Incredibly stupid.
I like how anybody listening who's never listened to Dudesy are like, what the fuck are these assholes talking about?
Oh my god, dude.
Go listen to Dudesy podcast, man. Start from episode 1. They're like 30 episodes deep, but it is one of the greatest podcasts ever made. It is so goddamn fucking funny.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Crow Left of the Murder, yeah.
You don't need to show off. We know you have a good voice. Go back to the basics.
I don't think he shows off at all.
He shows
I don't
off
know what-
constantly. That's all he fucking does is show off, dude. He has. I don't understand like why he can't just like sing normal. He has a great voice. Why does he have to do
does.
marble mouth? Why does he have to do that? He does it all the fucking time.
Not what, like on 8 on that record?
On every record except
He has-
for
he doesn't have
if
marble
not now
mouth.
when if not now when because Jimmy Rolled song yeah. There are times where he goes like hurl. It's so annoying. It's like a dying animal.
I just don't see it. I don't see.
Yeah, because you got your Boyd glasses on, dude. Your
I
goggles
don't care,
on,
man. These goggles, these are good goggles.
He's a good fucking singer that like just needs to get his head out of his ass.
I love how much you love this record, but how much shit you've talked on almost every band member outside of Mike and Jose.
Like I miss playing the guitar, man. I miss like just noodling around. I miss like fucking around with chords, messing around with scales, messing around with like soloing. And I just realized it's a better instrument. That's it. That's all. Not a big deal. Not a big deal or nothing. But there's a reason why fucking bass players like never get any recognition. Okay, it's not because like
man.
the bass has been misunderstood for generations. No, it's because it's just not as great as a guitar. I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Oh man, I guarantee you when Skip is listening to this right now, he's probably
I know he will.
screaming. He's probably
I know he will.
screaming. He's like, "Oh, you're fucking
He's probably
wrong."
spitting his fucking tea out and stomping on his crumpets. I know that. I know that. And I hope he probably will have some fairly not nice words, but
Calling us a bunch
whatever.
of cunts and everything. Oh man. Oh shit. Anyway,